Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This program contains violent content which may be too intense for some. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right. Good afternoon. You're all going to have to just bear with me. I just found out the air conditioning is not working and it's very hot in here. So, okay, sheriffs are coming in, getting into position. That means the judge is coming out soon. We are waiting. So, just somebody tell me, can you hear me all right? I don't even know where my microphone is. It's way over here. I guess I'm going to bring it over here. Whew, it's hot. So, if you haven't been watching the Facebook page today, just want to say a big thank you to Andrea. She has been putting updates on the Facebook page all day regarding the Kegan Kline trial. I have put some on the community page, but I was doing that between my breaks. So volume is okay. Awesome. Glad to hear. So we'll go through some of those, but right now we are waiting for the judge to come back with the sentencing. I'm waiting for a message from the individual that I have in the courtroom that's been giving me updates all day. Sent me a couple pictures that I put on the Facebook group. Oh, Thanks, Angela. Yeah, Angela's been giving me updates today. The person I have in the courtroom has been giving me updates, and I don't think I even have a fan in here, Deb. I'll have to get one. And Andrea's been doing a phenomenal job keeping everybody updated with specifics on the Facebook group page. So we will go over some of that when we get this sentencing. That's what's most important right now, is the sentencing, and I'm waiting. Hopefully not too much longer. Judge has stayed late. Yeah, I am hot. I normally do not wear tank tops on my lives, but today is a different day. Screen is black on your end. Try going out and coming back in. P.S. This is Austin. Because I haven't heard that from anybody else. All right. Just want to say hello to Melissa and Connor Rama Heather. Nice to see you. Derek, haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. Always One Street. Welcome. Jan, welcome. Just Deb. Hello. DGR Dave, nice to see you. Carla Ann Moore, nice to see you too. Lisa, welcome. Nadia's here. Low hanging fruit, yes. Let's see here. Tornado Dorothy, hello. And Mark Collins. Whew, what a day. Who would have thought this was going to take all day long? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Rescue all dogs. You made it. Hello, D. Berlin. So I thought it would take hours, but I did not know that it would be all day. I mean, come on. So what I do know is that Doug Carter is still there. He did not testify today. Jerry Holman is there. He did not testify today either. Oh, good. Glad it's working for you. P.S. This is Austin. Hello, Melissa. How are you? There is no final outcome yet, Lockwood. We're waiting. The judge is supposed to come back anytime now. Hi, Lauren. So yeah, judge is supposed to come back anytime. That is what we are waiting for. I've got my phone plugged in. It's here. Waiting for a message. Andrea's watching on her end. There's no cameras in the courtroom, so the information that we are getting is off of Twitter and people that we have in the courtroom now. So, hi, Heather. How are you? Hi, Boston. Yeah, I just started. I was working today and I had to run my son to work, and got home and jumped online and quick made a thumbnail and got on here before the sentence was announced. So we're waiting. I didn't think this day was going to come. I thought for sure there was going to be some kind of continuance, but no, it went off without a hitch. So we are waiting. They're coming in now. Woohoo! About time, Judge. You're like an hour and a half late. All right, Andrea. Give us the details once you get them. I want 50 plus years. Anybody else? 50 plus? That's what I'm hoping for. What does everybody think he's going to get? Put your bets in now, because the judge is coming in. I definitely want it to be 50 plus. DGR Dave says 25. So he'd have 20 years. 58 is the max, correct? I don't know. Whatever God sees fit, exactly. Let's see. 20 years. Mindy says 50 plus, yes. Nadia says 50 plus, I hope. Derek, 12 with time served. Oh, you're killing me, Derek. Just killing me. Lauren, 50 plus. Melissa, I want 50 plus, but I think it'll be 30 or so. Life, that would be nice. Well, if he got 50 plus, that pretty much would be a life sentence for him. I don't think he had a deal. D. Berlin says, I think 30 at least. I wish it was life. Life. I know, Derek. There is a chance. He is a first-time offender, but in court today, they spoke for at least a half an hour about wife Lilith messaging him back and forth and video chatting him and showing naked parts of herself. And they did say that he asked his grandmother to get him some contact information. And he told her it was from high school friends that he just wanted to be pen pals with. And she gave it to him, and here he was doing the same thing through his Chirp account to those girls. So, yes, she is there. And they talked over a half an hour about her situation, chirping him and video chatting him and showing nudes and all that good stuff. So, he asked his mom. Sorry, did I say grandma? It was his mom. Yes, it shows a pattern of behavior that he is not going to change. And that is the only reason I don't think he's going to get time served. Yes, wife Lilith is at the courthouse right now, and she had to sit through all of that today. So, there's a lot of information to update you. I'm just going to bring up the Facebook page after we find out what the sentence was, and I'm going to give you all of the information that Andrea put on our Facebook page today. So, but there's some interesting info out there. Oh, they were friendly. They were friendly, very friendly. They're not so much anymore, because I heard that he turned to her and said F you in the courtroom. But at one time they were very friendly. Let me look up to see how old Kegan Kline is. I can't remember off the top of my head. Just Deb. Wife Lilith and Kegan are not friends at this moment. They're not. But they were very friendly. She was contacting him and texting him for months and video chatting him and giving him a show, apparently. Lots of chatter between law enforcement as they're coming back in. Wow. Kegan Kline is 29. Thank you, Rescue All the Dogs. Apparently, he was saying she was his fiance. So you tell me. Because he told Frank and I that she was his fiance. No, just told Bossy off in the courtroom and she walked out. Oh, no. Oh, no. No has been on Bossy and Jinx's case all day long, I guess. Yes, Boston, at one time they were supposed to be engaged. She must have stopped giving him money. Now, I don't know. I think she got a lot of flack from people realizing what she was doing, and she tried to lie about it. And today proved that she lied because she said that she didn't do any of that. And they confirmed it right there in the courtroom that there was nude videos being taken when they were on video chat. She was nude. So I'm sure the courtroom is full. I know a lot of people had left while they're waiting for the judge to come back. But I'm sure it's packed now. KK has nothing to offer society. You got that right. Court is back in session. Noah's defending Holly. I don't know if they said her name or not. According to the person that was in the courtroom, no, they did not say her name, but she knew that that's who they were talking about her. No, they didn't show it, but they discussed it. So, just letting the judge know that he has not changed his ways, even while being in jail. He is still texting, sexting ladies. She wasn't the only one he was doing it with. Judge is talking, okay. I'm sure that he's got he or she has a lot to say in this instance. So, all right, I'm going to share this with you. They have not sentenced him yet, Todd. Any minute. It's going to happen any minute. Come on. So we have been following Rich Nye all day. He just tweeted out 2 minutes ago, the judge is announcing his sentence for Kegan Kline in Miami Circuit Court for 25 convictions related to child pornography. So we'll keep an eye on him. And I have to say thank you so much to him for doing this and tweeting out all this stuff. Yeah, I agree, Starsifta. It's awful. It's gross. Lots of bad things came out today. And we'll go over all of that once we get the sentencing. Andrea, let me know if you find out anything on your end. Yeah, life wouldn't be enough. But he's 29 years old. If he does get 50 plus years, that's considered life for him. With as big as he is, I don't think that his life expectancy would be past 70 or 80 years old. So, if he did get 50 years, that would be a life sentence to him. Okay, judge is talking to Kegan. No child predator is good. They all deserve to be put away. I agree with you 100%. And it should be for life. They shouldn't have the chance to get out of jail. Not when you target kids. Judge said the videos were disgusting and there are aggravating factors. You betcha. Kegan did not get married. So what I was talking about before is wife Lilith, who is a YouTuber also. She started chirping him on his chirp account. And they got real friendly, and Kegan was convinced that she was his fiance. Now, was she serious about it? Was she just playing him to get information? We don't know. Delphi was mentioned once today, and it was just regarding the fact that the devices he used was the Shots account, and it was linked, and it did link him to the Delphi murders. Otherwise, they had a lot of testimony today. From witnesses. Lots of witnesses. Vito testified today. His probation officer testified and gave their recommendation. Judge said he made no significant steps to change his behavior. Exactly. Yeah. Sounds good so far. Yep, I agree. I will do that in just a little bit, Snarky. So far, it sounds like the judge is giving him a what for. So that is good in our favor. For those of you just joining, sorry about that. My air conditioning is not working, so I'm extremely hot right now. We're just waiting. Yes, he was still asking women online. He was still doing all of his same stuff, you guys. All of his same stuff through Chirp and through video conference. He never changed one bit. I don't believe so because Libby is deceased. Judge is working his way up to justifying a harsh sentence from the sound of it. I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Because he's proven his actions while being in jail through the chirping and the video conferencing have proven that he has not changed. It just goes to show he's not changed. He's still doing everything on the inside that he was doing on the outside. And I'm pretty sure that's where the judge is going with this. No, he should not be allowed to have a computer in jail. Yeah, and he has not showed any remorse. Well, he did today. He boo-hooed, cried, said, "I'm so sorry to my victims." You know, trying to get on the judge's good side. And prosecution came right back and said, "Do not let him fool you. He is not remorseful. He is not sorry that he did this. Otherwise, he wouldn't have continued doing it." Let's see here. Good question. Who is Holly? Holly is wife Lilith, who is a YouTuber on YouTube. Now, so if you hear Holly and wife Lilith, same person. I don't think he's capable of truly being sorry either, because he sure hasn't stopped. Yeah, yeah, and it's a good chance he's going to, that's for sure. They'll give him time. It never happens right away. Never happens right away. They usually wait a few years, 2 to 3 years, and then they get him, depending on how bad it is. Judge said he is angry that he exploited children as well as his own mom. Yes, Judge, you go, because you're right. He did do that to his mother by asking her to get contact information for girls under the false pretense that he knew them from high school and wanted to be pen pals with them. So far, this is sounding really, really good from the judge. I'm glad the judge is not seeing through his BS. He's calling him out on it completely. So, yeah, I like this judge too. Absolutely. Sounds like this judge knows exactly what he's got. Kegan's game. He knows it. History of criminal behavior. He started when he was 17. Wow. So judge says aggravators are lasting impact on victims. History of criminal behavior. Kline started acquiring child pornography when he was 17. Showed no care for victims while manipulating juveniles. Used his mother to contact women while in jail. Judge Timothy Spar says he found the images Kegan Kline is accused of receiving and disseminating deeply disturbing. Despite police raiding his home in 2017, judge says Kline made no significant steps to change his behavior in the time before he was arrested. Wow. So yeah, Judge is giving him a what for. And if you see me looking off to the side, I'm looking at Twitter here. Judge said it's very troubling that Kline message to women while in jail shows his troubling thought pattern is still continuing after all this time. His home was raided in 2017. He's been in jail almost 3 years. Yeah. No, they know that his mom didn't know what it was really for. He told her these were friends of his from high school that he wanted to stay in touch with. He absolutely lied to her. She's as much of a victim as the kids that he did this to. So I'm just waiting for another update here. I worked in a hospital that they would castrate men. Yeah. Yep. No, his mom has not been spoken of all this time. And now to know that she finally reached out to him and he does this to her, oh my gosh. Yeah, they need to keep him locked up. You got that right. Boston, he's always been linked to Delphi through the Anthony Schatz profile. We know that Anthony Schatz contacted Libby. Judge must really be talking. So he's been in jail for 3 years. So whatever sentence he gets, he'll get time served for 3 years at least. If he's a liar, he's also a thief on top of, yep. Yeah. Well, I don't think Judge says a mitigator is Kline's pleading guilty, avoiding a costly and lengthy trial where he would have to face his victims. Correct. Yeah. And on the radar for 6 if a search warrant for his home was in. Yeah. Hi, Polygraph. How you doing? The court does consider that a mitigating factor that he did actually plead guilty and didn't put his victims. Okay. 5+ on the first charge. So you got 5 years for the first charge. The only reason he's linked is because Anthony Schatz was a friend on Libby's friend list. That's the only reason why he's linked right now. Okay, so 3 years in the second for the second victim. So that's 8 years total so far. Yeah, I know, DGR Dave. I know. So counts 4, 5, 6, and 7. He's getting 3 years for each. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 12 years right there, plus 3, plus 5. So we're already at 20 years. But there was a total of 25 counts, I believe. Oh, polygraph, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you get well soon. Yeah, I know, David. I know. So 4 and 5 consecutive, the others concurrent. Well, how are you figuring 17? Because I got 20. 5 on the first, 3 on the second, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 3 years each. That's another 12. That's 20. So 4 and 5 are consecutive with the other charges being concurrent. That's where this could get sticky. That's where this could get sticky. This is where we're really going to have to pay attention. Well, and yes, time served will have to be inputted in there. Oh, -3 because 6 and 7 are concurrent. I know that KK is 29. I don't know how old wife L is. So 4 and 5 are concurrent, not 6 and 7. Yeah, keep climbing, please. So 4 and 5 have to be served separately. God, I hope not. I hope not. No just yelled at the judge. Oh my. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We'll have to find out. No is from Crime to Sleep. He was in jail with Kegan Kline. Crime to Sleep. Did No just yell at the judge? All right. Andrew says, hang on. We're trying to figure out what all this means. Crime to Sleep says, I hope so. Yeah. What do you mean that's what I read? Because I'm not getting any updates from Rich Nye. Why not? He's supposed to explain this to me.
Doing live?
I'm doing a live.
Is it about live people? Or dead people?
It's about a live person.
Oh, that's not fun. There you go.
So that's the first you've heard of it?
Huh?
Nothing. I'm talking to my live.
Oh.
Husband's trying to fix the thermostat, please. I don't know what he yelled or if he really did. Oh, you just read it. Okay. So, Andrea, what is the deal? How many years is he actually getting? What does it mean with the concurrent and the consecutive? I'm Googling that right now. Let's see here. Yeah, they're still in court. A concurrent sentence refers to a type of sentence judges are able to give defendants convicted of more than one crime. Instead of serving each sentence one after another, a concurrent sentence allows the defendant to serve all of their sentences at the same time, where the longest period of time is controlling. Right. So, for example, if charges 1 and 2 are concurrent, the most he's going to serve is 5 years. Nope, this is not right. So if that's the case, because he got 3 years for all the rest of the charges, all right, hang on a minute here. We're trying to figure that out, crime to sleep, if he is or not. I don't think he's going to appeal it. Okay, so he got a total of 43 years. And he served 3, so he's got to serve 40. Okay, so they're saying 43 years total, but we know, hang on a minute, my beeper's going off. For high blood sugar, because I just ate. Okay, so we know it's 43 years, but we know 3 of those are going to be taken off because he's already spent 3 years in jail. Okay, so it just said he was sentenced to 43 years. "40 years in prison, 3 years on probation." But they have to give him time off for his 3 years he's already been in there. I know it hasn't been said, but we know that that's going to happen because they have to give him time served. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you in chat. Bye. Sorry, guys. I had to hear it straight from her, from Andrea. Okay. So Kegan Kline was sentenced to 43 years with 3 years probation. Yeah. But they're going to have to take 3 years off of that because he served 3 years. So basically it's 40 years plus 3 years of probation. He's 29 years old. So we're looking at 69, but then you have to take into account if he's a good boy, he'll get good behavior. So yeah, he'll be older. He'll definitely be older. So right now, without any good behavior, he'd be out when he's 69. Yeah, there's a chance of it. There is a chance of it. It's up to the judge if he gives him time served. I thought that was an automatic thing. Yeah, he won't do 40 years. All right, so Indiana gives prisoners 1 day good behavior. It cools 2 days off your sentence or something of that sort. Andrew said 31.4 years with time served if the judge allows it. I don't know. I don't know if they get the iPads in prison. Yep, Carla, it's so the sentence is 40 years in prison, 3 years probation. But they have to, and he has to serve 85% of his time. So he has to serve 34 years. Yeah, and he's already served 4 or 3 years. So we're looking at he's at least going to serve 34 years. According to what they said, it was a total of 43 years. 40 years in jail, 3 years probation. And according to that, if it's right that you have to serve 85% of your time, he will get 34 years minus the 3 he's already been in there. So he's looking at an additional 31 years. It's not what I wanted either. I wanted it to be longer, but look at it this way. For the next 30 years, this man hopefully will not be able to target any more children. They know what he's doing on his chirp account. They know he's still doing it. So hopefully that is all taken away from him. So let's see. He'll be out at 63. Not enough, but it's going to be terrible years. Yes. He will never serve enough time for what he has done to these children. Disgusting. I agree. At least he's off the streets for now. You're right. Dang, I wish the sentence was longer so he wouldn't get out before age 80, because these days 60 isn't really old. For him, it might be, with his size and everything. He will have to register as a sex offender. I believe they are putting that in there, that yes, he has to register as a sex offender. So let's take a look at what happened in court today. So the first thing is Tony Kline, Kegan's father, did have profile information on a couple of the electronic devices confiscated by the police. So he did have a couple of profiles. Yeah, I can see that. The next thing that was given out, as far as information today, prosecution clarifies through Cecil answer that no Tony Kline user information was found in the iPhone, Kegan's most current device, on which the evidence was collected for the criminal charges in this case. Commander Cecil done testifying. Court now takes short recess. So Cecil is the guru who testified on all the device information. So the next thing that came out was State Police Detective David Vito is now testifying. He is the lead detective on Kegan Kline's child pornography case, but he was not assigned to the case until 2019, 2 years after the raid at Kline's house. Vito says Kline admitted to creating the Anthony Shots profile, which we knew that. Vito testifies that Kegan Kline admitted to receiving over 100 photos and 20 videos of underage girls that were sexually explicit. Vito says Kline said he never shared the images with his father. His father did not have access to phone. His dad did not know much about social media. Vito says victim count 1, child solicitation, was identified as then 13-year-old girl in another state who met Emily Ann on Meet Me. This victim confirmed she sent sexual photos and videos to Kline, taken while she was in her mother's hospital bathroom. Her mother was sick. You tell him. Thank you. Hit that like button. That's crazy. 13 years old, she's in her mother's hospital bathroom, and she's sending him pictures and videos. Come on. These kids got to be smarter nowadays. We really, really have to talk to our kids at early ages. We can't wait till they're 15, 16 years old anymore. We have to be talking to them at an earlier age. Vito says Emily Ann profile asked victim of count 1 to meet at a hotel to have sex. That did not happen. Victim did not realize that Emily Ann was actually Kline until she was interviewed by police in January of 2022. Oh my goodness. And yes, if you want to see these messages for yourself, Andrea did a fantastic job of posting these on the True Crime with Marv Facebook group. She was letting everybody know what happened throughout the whole day. Yes, it is sad that we have to tell them that these monsters are real. And we're having to do it at a younger and younger age. You almost need to start talking to them when they're 9, 10 years old so that they know better. Next one. Detective Vito testifies that while in jail, Kline has been reaching out to random women, soliciting sexual conversations. Vito says Kline even got his mom to provide contact information for women. So this is what we were saying earlier. Kline told his mom that he needed this contact info for these women because they were so-called high school friends and he wanted to stay in touch with them. And that was not the case. He absolutely lied to her. And unfortunately, she did not know any better, and she provided the information to him. Defense question. Detective Vito says there was evidence to arrest Kline in 2017. Kline was not arrested until 2020. Vito says Kline lied to police in original interview, but agreed to a polygraph test on different case. Probably the Delphi murders. Hearing breaking for lunch. So after lunch, we come back. As Kline case gained attention, Vito says women also started reaching out to Kline in jail. He tried to get sexual conversations going with them and offered to provide information about his case and other cases in exchange for sexual conversations. And we know that he offered to do interviews with YouTubers for a price. Probation officer Kathy Knight testifies she believes Kegan Kline remains a risk to the community and is likely to reoffend. Well, exactly. We all know that. He's doing it while he's in jail. I mean, come on. Oh, El Gucho, there's a few people that were. Absolutely. Yeah. Kline's statement in court. I knew it was wrong. I never left the house. I never had any intention of meeting anyone. I take full responsibility. I apologize to everyone. Sorry to each and every victim. Kline also apologized to the man whose photo he used for Anthony shots. And yes, that man did testify today too. He was a former model and now a police officer, and he is disgusted that his image was used to solicit these kids. Kegan Kline reads prepared statement in court, crying and sniffling. I was in a deep state of depression. and shut in my house. I wish I would have made choices to get a high school diploma and driver's license. I made fake profiles because of my loneliness. How disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Judge is taking at least half-hour recess to consider the sentence. Defense recommended sentence. Here we go. The defense recommended a sentence of 16 years, 5 suspended. So 11 years in prison for Kegan Kline. Defense says judge should consider that Kline did not create or ask for many of the images he is charged with possessing or disseminating. What a crock. What a crock. Nice try, defense team. Idiots. Deputy prosecutor reads statement from man whose photo was used to create Anthony Shots. He's a police officer in Alaska. He was disgusted and humiliated. His face was used to lure children. Calls Kline a monster. I only wish I could have put the cuffs on you myself. Wow. Kegan Kline sentenced to 40 years in prison plus 3 years probation for 25 convictions related to child pornography. So there we have it. All right, let me see what I'm missing here since I read that off. Let's see. Yeah, hate it for him. Should have got more. Camaro Lover says, I don't think he'll make it 34 years. He will pass before then, in my opinion. Could very well be. Could very well be. 60 is old when you've been in prison. He's going to age real quick. Well, look at how much he's aged already in 3 years. Plus, he keeps putting on weight. So that just hurts his health even more. In federal court, you will have to serve 85% of your sentence if convicted of federal charges. However, for most state felony convictions, you'll only serve 50% of your actual sentence. Nope, Tony is not up on any charges. I'm happy it's longer than I thought he would get. He's so disgusting, but his dad named him after a bar, Kegan Kline. Who does that? Yeah, maybe that's what it is they can't prove it. He may have had them, but they can't prove he was the one to use them. And yes, TK was on the witness list on the prosecution witness list. So he was going to testify against Kegan. You're welcome. I'm glad I could come on and break this down some. Some of the updates and things that we heard we did not put on the Facebook page. It was disgusting. And it's just not right for YouTube. We did hear that Kegan Kline did use 2 other women's names other than the Emily Ann. Yes, thank you, Andrea, for doing that for us. Why would that lady do that? Because she's a mother and she thought she was helping her son. She wanted him to be able to stay in contact with some people that she thought he had gone to high school with, which was a bold-faced lie, and she knows that now. Well, now that he's sentenced and going to prison, depends on the laws in Indiana. Now, if you all remember the Jodi Arias case, she did interviews all the way up until the time that she was convicted. They let her, after she was convicted, she did one more interview saying that she wanted to be killed. She wanted the death penalty. Well, then when it came back for the sentencing hearing, she changed her mind and she wanted life in prison. But as soon as that sentencing was over, they cut her off on all interviews. She was not allowed to say anything. I don't know if it'll be the same here or different. Yeah, I read that. 50-year-old or pastor arrested in a 50-year-old cold case. Yes. Yeah, he cannot be rehabbed at all. Now, my only question is, he got 40 years. Are there other charges that they're going to bring against him, but bring them federally? Oh, KK was just on Fox News, and as he came down the steps, he flipped the camera and Russ McQuaid off. Well, big boy, if you're going to do the crime, you're going to do the time. Let's see here. Yeah. He was live coming down the stairs, so they couldn't blur it out. Didn't have time. Yes, and there's a lot more information on the Facebook page, the Facebook group. So he was given 1,429 days of credit. Yeah. So it comes up to 3.91 years. Yeah, the defense team should have been ashamed of themselves for such a light sentence. But that's their job. They did their job. The judge did his job. The name of, here, guys, I'm going to put it in there. Let me get it up here. I'm going to throw the link in the chat for the Facebook group. There it is. That is our Facebook group, True Crime with Marv. We put all kinds of information on there, not just on Delphi, on all sort of cases. Yes. What's in a name? I agree with you. If TK was involved, the only saving grace is that he'll let this all die down. He'll reoffend and do it again and finally get caught because they'll be watching him. They haven't arrested him. Why would they arrest him? We'll have to wait and see. Hi, Vid Inquiries. How are you? Oh my goodness. It's not even Halloween. Why did they dress him as a pumpkin? Yeah, he'll have all kinds of people, unfortunately. Groupies, marriage proposals. Then he'll have the people in jail with him who aren't too happy with him. Hello, CJK. How are you? Dragonfly Blue, nice to see you. Oh, you're welcome. And so what is coming up? I've kind of been waiting for this to happen. This chapter is done. Now we move on to some other things. Great to see you, Sean. We are going to hit the Tabitha Shuck Rains case hard. If you haven't watched part 1 on the reboot, watch it. It's with the author Josh Sigler, who just wrote a book about Tabitha's case. We're going to hit it real hard now that some information's come out and I don't have to be so careful about what I say. And then one of the news stories that I'm going to bring you is the case that just wrapped up today out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, where a really weird woman beheaded her boyfriend. So we're going to be talking about that one soon and many more. You're welcome, D. Berlin, for the Facebook link. And you guys, if you want to know where any links are, don't hesitate. And let me share my screen here with you. No, don't beep, beep, beep. Why is it saying my alarm, my signal has been lost? Hang on. I'll have to fix it. I think I got it. There it goes. Okay. So if you go to the About section on the page, if you type in YouTube, go to True Crime with Marv. You got the home page here. You can subscribe right here. If you want to join the membership, click on join. There's 3 tiers to join with different benefits. And then you've got the videos, the shorts, the lives, any playlists that I've created, community. So you can see what we were messaging today was updates about it. Channels, these are recommended channels. There's a ton of them out there. And then the About page if you scroll down, it gives you the links. So it gives you the Facebook group page, the Discord, the Twitter, my Venmo, TikTok, PayPal, and Cash App. So everything is out there at your fingertips. Yes, Brian. Beheaded. And not only was he beheaded, but his head was put in a bucket. And that's where the cops found it, downstairs in the basement. It's very bizarre. Look at Discord. It's not on my Discord. Nope, that's Brian Koberger. Discord is not that hard. Discord. Come on. So this is what Discord looks like. At least this is what my Discord looks like. In Discord, you have your announcements, streams, rules about us, a moderator channel, which only moderators can get on, a welcome, questions, which nobody puts anything in. There's a research team. But down here, let me see if I can move this over. Okay. So down here, I have tabs for everything. Lots of things. There's one for general, live discussions, Delphi discussion, self-promotion, meaning if you're a creator and you want to promote your videos, throw it in the self-promotion tab. There's Tabitha Shuck Rains. There's Quentin Simon, Amaya Roberts, Harmony Montgomery, Jordan Sofer, Karina, Michael Vaughn, Flora Fires, Angie Barlow, Ashley Morris-Mullis, Athena Strand, Kegan Kline. I'll have to add more in there today now. And I just keep adding more things. So I keep adding more tabs, and anybody can add information into these tabs, ask questions, send information, anything like that. So, okay. Let me just bring this over here for a minute. Okay. Let's take a look at this.
Kegan, whatever. What you did was horrible, bro. Yeah, whatever. We need the bracelet. Let's just give you a break. You can't do shit with me. Nobody can. Only me.
So that was No and Kegan yelling back and forth at each other.
At least give me the bracelet back.
Look at them all standing there, protecting them.
Bye. Bye.
Wow. Off to his new home he goes. Serves him right.
Kegan. Whatever. What
Serves him right. Yeah, I see it. Yes, that is the case that I'm going to be covering here soon. Yuck. Jeffrey Dahmer should be nobody's hero. So, well, everyone, thank you for joining me today. So glad that I was able to come on here and go through this with you and get the judge's sentencing hearing, which is 40 years in prison and 3 years of probation. Oh, good. I can't wait to talk about this and have you guys come in and discuss it. She's weird. She is very weird. So, thank you once again. Big love to all of you. I appreciate all of you who joined me in the chat today. All those that are going to watch the replay. I will keep you updated on updates with Delphi when I get something. But I am going to start covering some other cases too. And Tabitha is the big one, but other cases from different states. So, I'd leave that one to Meow because Meow she's got it going on with that. I will talk a little bit about it, but there's other cases that I can cover that aren't getting a lot of media attention or attention from YouTubers. So that's the road I'm going. Yeah, 40 years was more than what some people were expecting. So it's going to have to be good enough. It's going to have to be good enough, right? All right, everybody, you have a great night. I will be back very soon. Today is what? Thursday? Well, I'm ending this just in time. The big storm is coming. I will be back Saturday with episode 2 of Tabitha's. And then tomorrow, I think we might just do a fun live. We haven't had one of them in a while. So, all right. Be safe. Stay safe. Be kind to those around you. All right, everyone. See y'all later. Bye. Oh, and don't forget, subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't on the way out. And post a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I try real hard to make sure to either heart your comment or reply to it. Good night, everybody.